All right, let's just jump right in. Think about this for a second. How can one single book be read by millions of different people, and yet it seems to tell a completely different story to each one? Some people see history, others see a set of rules, and then some people see a hidden cosmic code. And that's really the big question we're tackling here. We're about to explore a pretty mind-bending interpretation of the Quran. It's one that sees it as more than just a holy book. It sees it as a self-contained, mathematically sealed map of reality itself. We're basically taking a journey into a hidden universe tucked away in its verses. So what exactly is this hidden map? Well, the idea we're digging into is that the Quran is designed to be its own key. Every story, every prophet, even the way the chapters, the surahs are arranged, it's all part of one massive cosmic narrative. It's really the story of the soul's journey, its fall, and its path back home. Okay, so the first clue to unlocking this whole thing is the idea that there are two timelines running at the same time right inside the text. They're called the day side and the night side, and each one represents a totally different spiritual path and lineage. Let's break that down a bit. The day side, that's the faith line. You can think of figures like Musa and Isa here. Their path is all about righteousness, direct guidance, and submission. Then you have the night side, the king line. This one represents worldly power, wisdom, and it's embodied by kings like Dawood and Suleiman. And get this, each timeline has its own set of tests, its own heroes, and its own villains. So what's pulling the strings on these two timelines? Well, the next clue is that this entire cosmic show is built on a specific numerical pattern. It's a rhythm of 3, 6, and 9, and the whole thing is sealed by the number 19. This pattern is basically the engine driving the soul's journey. So what's the deal with these numbers? Well, 3, that signifies pride and the inevitable fall that comes with it. 6 is when divine knowledge shows up. It's the correction. 9 marks the moment of judgment, where truth and lies are split apart for good. And finally, 19, that's like a divine seal, a validation, a total reset. So it's this cycle. You fall, you learn, you're judged, and then you get a chance to return to the beginning. And here's a really cool example of how this code is supposedly baked right into the Quran structure. There are 114 chapters in total, right? Well, that number is the product of the seal, 19, times knowledge, 6. So in this view, the book itself is a mathematical proof of its own code, divine knowledge, perfectly sealed. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds super cosmic, very abstract, but here's where it gets incredibly personal. This whole epic struggle, with all its timelines and codes, is supposedly playing out inside every single one of us. See, the real battlefield isn't out there somewhere. It's what the source calls the nafs. That's your self, your soul, your ego. This is where the ultimate choice gets made, every single day. It's this constant tug of war between two forces: sacrifice, which is all about submitting to a higher truth, and arrogance, which is the pride of the self wanting to be in charge. But you're not just thrown into this fight with nothing. This whole framework says you're given specific spiritual tools for the mission. The Quran is your map, the robe of taqwa, or righteousness, is like your spiritual armor. And the staff of truth, that's your commitment to doing the right thing. So this isn't just some vague struggle. It's a mission, and you've got gear. Okay, so let's recap. We've got two timelines, a numeric code, and this deep internal spiritual battle. So how in the world does this all come together? Well, this is the great synthesis, the moment all those threads are woven into one single epic story. This is the climax of the whole cosmic drama. You have this ultimate act of submission from the day side, Abraham being willing to sacrifice his own son, and that collides with the ultimate sacrifice from the night side, Suleiman being willing to give up his worldly attachments. And this collision, it purifies the kingly line and merges both paths into one, unified lineage of truth. The Quran is both mirror and seed. This quote really gets to the heart of this entire way of seeing things. It's a mirror because in its verses, you're meant to see the story of your own soul, your own personal fights with pride and submission. And it's a seed because when you plant that understanding in a faithful heart, it's supposed to grow into a purified, more enlightened version of you. So, we end up right back where we started. This idea that a single text can hold an entire universe of meaning. And this interpretation offers just one of those universes, a complex, deep map of reality. It really leaves us with a powerful question to chew on. If your life is a story being written into this cosmic code, what does your story say?